Have you ever left a behavioral interview just feeling completely in the dark? You think you did well, but the feedback is confusing or worse, non-existent. Well, today we're looking at ClearSignal, a platform that's really designed to change all of that.
So let's just dive right into the big question, right? Why is this feedback so often a total guessing game? We've all been there. You leave an interview, you feel great, and then you get that vague rejection email or just crickets. It's a really common, frustrating experience. But you know what? It doesn't have to be. And this is the problem. It's like a black box. You're getting totally random feedback from one person, then generic advice from another. There's often no clear reason why you didn't get the job, and the standards seem to change with every single interview. It's practically impossible to figure out how to actually get better. So how do we fix this? How do we finally break out of that frustrating cycle? Well, the key is to find the signal inside all of that noise. And that's exactly where a new way of thinking about interview prep comes in. This right here is the whole philosophy behind ClearSignal. It's all about one thing, focusing on what experienced interviewers are really looking for. We're talking about your judgment, your reasoning, your sense of ownership, and just tuning out everything else that doesn't matter. So what is ClearSignal really? Think of it as an evaluation platform, powered by AI, that gives you structured, actionable feedback on how you think and communicate. It's not trying to change your story. It's designed to help you tell your own story, just way more effectively. But this is so much more than just a one-time check. It's actually a whole system built to help you build real skill and confidence. So let's pull back the curtain and see how this engine really works. The whole process is a really simple but incredibly powerful loop. First, you practice with tough, realistic questions. Then you get a super detailed evaluation based on a clear rubric. After that, you'll get hit with some realistic follow-up questions to really test your story. And finally, you track it all to see how you're improving over time. And here is the absolute key to the whole thing: consistency. What makes this so different is that every single answer you give gets scored against the exact same interview grade rubric. That means your feedback is objective and reliable every single time. No more randomness. So what's in that rubric? Well, it boils down to these 4 core dimensions. First up, context and clarity. Basically, how well do you set the stage? Then there's ownership. Are you taking responsibility? Next is decision reasoning. This is huge, explaining the why behind what you did. And finally, reflection. What did you actually learn from it all? Okay, so you might be thinking, hang on a second. How is this any different from just firing up a generic AI chatbot? That's a great question. And the answer is, it's completely different. Let's break it down. See, a generic chatbot, it wants to be your ghostwriter. It wants to generate answers for you. But ClearSignal is an evaluator. Its job is to help you refine your story in your authentic voice. Because let's be honest, that's what interviewers actually want to hear. They want to hear from you. And this really gets to the heart of it. This isn't coaching you to say the right thing. This is evaluation. It's not helping you make your real story stronger, not giving you some fake script to memorize. The goal here is real communication skill. Okay, so this all sounds great, but how do you turn these insights into actual measurable improvement? You know, the kind you can really feel. Let's take a look at the feedback loop in action. So instead of just getting a good job, you get super specific feedback. Like here, the system calls out clear ownership as a strength. And that's so important because it tells an interviewer you're accountable, which is a massive signal of leadership. And on the other side of the coin, you get these really sharp insights for improvement. Here, it notes that the trade-offs in a decision weren't spelled out. You know, for any senior role, being able to talk about trade-offs isn't just nice to have, it's everything. It shows you think strategically. And all of this data rolls up into your personal report card. This thing gives you a crystal clear picture of your progress. You can see trends, find your weak spots, and double down on your strengths. It's about building that real confidence that comes from knowing you're getting better. So what this all comes down to is getting real feedback that comes from a real, structured evaluation. It's time to stop the guesswork and start practicing in a way that actually moves the needle. And here's the thing, you don't need to grind through dozens and dozens of questions to improve. What you really need is just one question that's evaluated properly. That's how you really learn what works. It's about the quality of the feedback, not just the quantity of practice. So, are you ready to see what truly structured feedback feels like?
It's pretty powerful. You can start with just one question, get your first evaluation, and see for yourself how it can totally change the way you prepare. You know, every single answer you give in an interview sends a signal. With ClearSignal, you can finally make sure you're sending the right one. The only question left is, are you ready to take control of your story?